All right, today we'll be doing lab 8-2, and what we're going to go ahead and do right that. As you can see, we're on the XBRL common that we used for 8-1. 8-2 builds off of 8-1, and in order to do that, what we're going to go ahead and do first is we're going to go ahead and make a copy, and we're going to call it lab 8-2. And we'll make a copy. And you can see it's loading in all of our information that we had. And here it comes. All right, so what we're going to be doing in lab 8-2 is we're going to be abandoning the 15 and 14 that we kind of have here, and we're going to be doing just the year 2016, but we're going to be doing it for different companies, and we're just going to be kind of like figuring out which companies are for which ones. So we will also be getting rid of these trend lines that we have here as well eventually. But to go ahead and start, what we can do really easily is we're going to do Bank of America. So up here where we have Apple, we can go ahead and just type in BAC. And if we hit enter, you see that all our information is changing. And there we go. So now we can see that we have our different numbers. So we have our information for Bank of America for 2016, 2015, 2014, as you can see in here. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and create the two for you, and this is actually gonna be a little bit of typing, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and take a lot of it, but we'll be doing Walmart next. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll put Walmart there. Again, we're doing 2016 for a year. We want it to be the period for year and 1 million. So all this information essentially is the same for the year, period, and scale. We're just changing the company to Walmart. We'll go ahead and center this right here. And then I'll go ahead and do the typing for the equations and everything, and I'll come back and kind of explain it through for y'all. All right, so now we have our stuff in for Walmart. I just kind of created a straight line down for us. So Walmart is for 2016 is right here, and Bank of America for 2016 is right here. We can see here, so our revenue for Walmart was 482,130. And so kind of our equations here are very similar to what we were using over here. We're just using some different cells. So C1, obviously we want to be pulling Walmart because that's the company we want to do. A7 right here. So again, this is just our XBRL information names. So that's what we want to pull. C6, again, we're pulling 2016 for a year. So we want to make sure we got that right. And then C3 is our period. We want to make sure that we're pulling the correct period for this information. And then we're dividing it all by our scale, which is 1 million right there. So that's our C4. And so that way, now as we have all our information here, we can see it all. All right, so now what we can actually do is for this lab, we don't actually need any of this information, so we can go ahead and delete that information out. Essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing kind of what we have here for 2016, and we're just going to do that 10 times out. So a very easy way for us to do this is we're just going to copy this, and we're going to copy, and then we're just going to paste it into there. And now we're going to copy our information over. We'll clean this up. And then we're just going to make a quick adjustment here. And there we go. So now we can see our information has changed, and we'll just copy it down. All right, we'll just drag down. All right, and there we go. So now our information has changed again, and now we have Cisco right here. All right, and now what I'm going to go ahead and do in order to cut down on the time of just sitting here watching me typing, I'm going to go ahead and take it out, for the next 10 times. So I'm going to go and take it out to the 10, and I'll do it another 7 times, and then I'll walk through it with y'all once it's done. All right, we've finished up our typing here. So we have KO here, and we can see that our revenue 41,863, and yep, that matches up with what we have coming through. And so we'll go down and check all these. So yeah, so those all match. So again, what we're doing is all we really have to do is E of 1. So we're pulling our company title right there, and we're pulling this, our revenue, and we're going to make sure that it's all staying in this column by locking it there. We're also pulling the year 2016, and we're going to make sure that stays there in row 6 by locking it in row 6, and then as we drag over, it becomes changes with the columns. And then we can see we have E3, so we're pulling the same period, the year period, and then we have our 1 million scale right there, and that's what we're dividing by right there. Next we have BA Boeing, so 93,496, and so we're a little bit off on this one. So it looks like it may have been updated since we had our last one that we did. And then so our numbers are a little off, but that's okay. Again, we're pulling the company title up here, locking that in place. A7, we're locking column A. F6, we're locking row 6 here, and then we're locking our period and our scale as we're dividing through. eBay looks like we had an error, so that's probably because in the XBRL information that they have for eBay, this is not the exact same as what eBay has in their information. So we're pulling errors for that. So it's saying that none of these exist, and as you know, that's not true. So what it probably is that they're just have the information titles input a different way, and that's why we're pulling the error. We move on to Amazon here, again locking it on Amazon, locking. So and these numbers are correct here, the 135,987 and the 2371. And then we have the MRK right here, 39,807 and 3941. So all of these are matching. And then DIS, so it looks like we're pulling zeros from here. Disney, that's what DIS is. Looks like we're pulling zeros. So it looks like maybe Disney doesn't have their information up on here, or something might have happened with the book and the XBRL information. And then MDLZ right here, this 25,923 matches up, and the 1645 matches up. All right, and with all this done and all of it matching, that will be the end of lab 8-2. Thank you very much.